What's going on, everybody? Here at you with some Monday randomness. We are going to do a watch along today, Lawrence. Are you ready for this?
We'll find out. Tell them what we're watching.
We are going to be watching Wes Craven's New Nightmare. I have seen this before, hence the background I chose for this episode. But you have not. That's correct?
Yeah, I haven't. And last week we had Jess in our comments from channel 11. He was asking if I'd seen any of the Friday or the Nightmare on Elm Streets. I've only seen the first one, and that's one of my favorite Halloween films. Period. I watch it every Halloween. It's a classic, but I haven't seen the other ones, just bits and pieces of them. So.
Yeah, shout out to Jess on Channel 11. Corey tells me that he is a huge Nightmare on Elm Street fan. That series. So, I'm a fan of it myself. I have movies of it that I like more than others, but the first one is an instant classic, of course, and the second was good. Then they kind of get a little more more comedy from there, and I have problems with them. But.
Yeah, that's what I know of the Nightmare on Elm Street is that they were funny, and that's probably what kept me away. I've always known Freddy to be kind of a jokester, like Chucky. And I don't know about you, Greg, but I don't like funny in my scary movies. I don't like mixing the two. So that's probably why I haven't been such a big fan of the other Nightmare on Elm Streets.
Well, how we're gonna do this is we're not gonna stream it on the screen because we'll get copyright strikes for that and all that good stuff. So we're just gonna play it, and each of us are gonna cue it up and play it and count of 3 here in just a second, and just react to it as it goes on. I'm sure Lawrence's reactions will probably be a little better than mine, considering I have seen it before, but it's been a long time, so I don't know. I may not like it as much as I did back then, or I may like it more. We'll just have to see.
Yeah. When was the last time you seen it?
Man, probably in the early 2000s.
Oh, yeah, this will be the first time watching it.
Maybe, well, actually, let's see. When did it come out? It came out 1994.
Yeah.
So it was probably maybe a year after its release, and probably earlier than 2000.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, this would be first time for both of us. Man, that's over 20 years ago.
I'm gonna post the link in the chat here in case anyone wants to join in. I know Jess may decide he wants to, considering he is a big fan. So I'll throw this link in the chat here, and then we'll get started, Lawrence.
All right, sounds good. Just tell me when.
I got me some sausage cooking, so I'm probably gonna pig out on air here. All right, on 3. 1, 2, and 3. Is it weird? I kind of miss some of the older movie logos, like the New Line Cinema and the Paramount stuff like that.
I miss New Line Cinema's logo. You always knew you were in for a treat when you seen the film thing come up on screen. All right, so.
Oh, there you go. That classic music.
The fuck is this?
I think you're gonna like this one, man. I really do.
What the fuck is this? What?
Freddy's retiring the oh.
Oh.
This is where having 2 monitors would benefit me. I could watch this on one and have the stream up on the other.
Yeah. That's the chick from the first one, isn't it?
Yes, it is. She made a return for this movie. All the old cast back together. Well, kind of.
Dude, everyone in this movie has a face from the 90s. Like, like the hair. What the fuck is this?
Some grub for the movie there. Oh yeah.
Go ahead and eat up, right? I knew it was a fucking nightmare. Yeah.
Of course. Had to be.
I've always hated that in movies.
What, earthquakes
The
or
nightmare
the
sequence.
dream sequences?
Yeah. No, it is something.
Ah, there we go. That's how I can do this. Pop out player.
You're trying to figure out the best way to eat your sausages?
No. I want to be able to see the stream and see the movie at the same time, so I'm not going full screen. I think maybe I think maybe in the future when we do this, we'll have to come up with a catchy title for this this watch along.
Yeah. Something better than just watch along.
To go completely cliche like TBS, dinner and a movie. Always
Well,
be
you're the only
eating.
one eating.
Always be eating something.
Yeah. You didn't offer anybody any either. It's kind of rude of you.
Sorry.
We need to start dressing like that again, Greg. Bring that '90s kind of casual style back.
I mean, I didn't hate it.
With the over large button up shirt, like the dad jeans with the shirt tucked in, like Seinfeld.
Can you see where it's going?
I can see where it's going. I can see it a mile away. I don't like it.
But that's movies in the '90s, man. Even
I
if you
mean, I
could,
liked it. Yeah,
even if you could see the plot, you still,
you were still engaged.
yeah.
It's because everyone looked good in '90s movies. Like, Greg, when you had hair, did you have it like that back in the day?
I tried. Tried to have, like a middle part like that, something flashy, but it ended up just being a mop top.
Oh God! Did you have the pumpkin haircut?
If anyone is wanting to watch along with this on us, we're at about the 9-minute mark into the movie here. The music, or the sound effects, rather.
What the fuck? Dude, that kid's fucking face.
Just calm down, kid. Oh, sorry, Jonathan. Jonathan just texted me, told me to watch our chat. Yeah, sorry, Jonathan. Had it actually covered up by the movie. I'll make sure to leave a space for it here. Really? She's getting prank calls from people? I'll be getting on it, Corey. I definitely got to get the dual monitor. I got to get a bigger desk first, though. Look, don't you be giving me that shit too, Jonathan.
They're cursing at you, Greg.
They're telling me I need to get in this 2-monitor game.
We all
Chat.
do. If we had dual monitors, they can see what we were watching.
No, not getting that copyright, man.
Can we at least add audio or share audio?
I don't think so. You'll get a strike for that too.
Then how do they do it on YouTube like everyone else does it?
Usually watch-alongs don't have any audio or video. He's like, look, bitch, I'm just here to pick you up. You need to calm down and stop yelling at me.
Yeah, remember when prank calling was fun, Greg? Like that was something kids did.
That's how my daughter looks at me all the time.
Right.
Where's the dad in this picture?
He abandoned them. Don't you know that? He was a deadbeat. But wasn't the dad that dude that he got his fingers cut in the beginning?
I don't think so. I think that's like a boyfriend.
Oh.
I tried to make you a fan, Jonathan, but it was an ultimate failure. You and Dustin both.
What? I gotta see.
You know what's sad is that kid is probably in his 30s now. That's how old this movie is.
Right. That kid was in other things. I just can't remember like what it was.
Why does she have Matthew McConaughey as her limo driver? So, are you liking how this movie is basically eliminating all the other Freddy movies and saying that they were just, just movies?
Is that what they're doing? Because I have no which one was this after the first one? Because again, I've only seen the first one.
Well, I mean, she's an actor, so
Oh, so they're making it to where like all the other ones were sequel or just movies.
the first Scream was great, Jonathan. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, is her husband. Do you still think that they're not Do you still think they're not admitting the fact that all the other ones were movies now, Lawrence?
I mean, I guess they are. I mean, it's pretty neat, dude. This was the start of like Scream and all those movies that were kind of making a joke of slasher films. They're kind of poking fun at him, and they became like self-aware.
That's what you wanted from Freddy, right? Claps and cheers.
Right? No. I didn't see it go in this direction, but
isn't that what horror characters become?
it is. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's commentary on the genre itself. Like it's pretty. Like this and Scream both did that.
Because this is basically what Myers has become now, man. Like people root for him, they cheer for him now. He's not the villain anymore. He's the anti-villain.
He looks cool to me, dude. I don't know why. Robert Englund just looks like you're the teacher you always wanted.
So how does Robert Englund compare to the new Freddy? You know, that remake that
Oh
they
yeah,
did?
he's 10 times better. It's not even a comparison. It was like the new guy was like ugly, and so they said he'd be perfect for Freddy, and that's the only criteria he had to fill out. Other than that, he didn't have any of the charisma that Robert Englund had.
It's a very good point, Corey. You
What
agree with
Corey
that,
said?
Lawrence?
What'd he say? I gotta look in.
So no one ever remembers the victims. They only remember the killers.
Exactly.
That's the reason, like the Myers and Jason and all those people are who's remembered, not the people they killed.
I barely remembered Bob. Remember?
What do you call him? Like Jim?
I called him something like that. I can't remember. I can't remember what I called him. He was so relevant.
Why don't we have conversations like that?
Like this.
Yeah, where you call and tell me about your risotto confetti or whatever the hell he was just talking about.
No, they talk like that at my job. Like when you're in management, everyone kisses ass.
Really?
Talk just like that. You kind of like, and once they leave the room, they talk so much shit. Everyone's so fake at the top. You know what? I thought she had a horse face in the first one, but she looks a lot better in this one.
She's older in this one.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Thing for older women there, huh, Lawrence?
Well, it's just like she just had horse teeth to me in the first one, but now it's like it's all working out.
I don't know, man. She's still got some chiclets up there in the front.
Ask Corey. Corey's the expert on horse face chicks.
That's true. Corey, what do you think? Horse face, yes or no? They're going to do that damn robot claw, aren't they?
You guessed it. What gave it away, Greg?
Well,
Yeah. Now that you mention it.
well, Corey says she's a Lex Luger. So you know what that means, Lawrence?
No, what is that?
That means she is an absolute horse face.
Where's the Lex Luger reference coming in? He had a horse face?
The greatest of all time.
Now that I think about it, yeah.
I'm telling you, man. I thought we were watching Wes Craven's New Nightmare, not The Exorcist.
Fucking kid.
Okay, that's too much, kid.
Greg, why did chicks stop wearing pantyhose?
I don't know, but I liked them.
Me too.
Oh, here's where it starts. This is where. Are you sure? I kind of want that coffee cup.
Greg, why did movies in the 90s look like it should have been made for TV?
I don't know, probably the film style.
Probably.
That's, he's like, forget those clowns.
Three hours?
You must be a little bit ahead of me.
Yeah, I think I might be, but he said he'll be home in 3 hours. That's enough time for him to cheat on her with somebody.
Right. 3 hours, he said. Oh yeah, it's fine, honey. I know everything's you're freaking out right now. I'll be home in like 3 hours.
See what I'm saying? He went to the bar and some more shit.
Went to the bar, I was talking to those guys. He's like, man, it's always some shit with this woman, man.
Right.
This movie is so 90s. I love it.
I do too.
Damn.
Yeah, this kid is very good at being creepy.
It's not the real story, Lawrence.
It's not, but
Who do you like better, Freddy or Jason?
man, that's a good question. There was just a charm to Jason. I know that sounds weird because I've actually watched all of them recently, and
Yo, what's up?
What's up?
what's going on, Corey?
Not a whole lot.
So the question is, do you have this movie on DVD, Corey? I know you got something to show off there.
Yeah,
I have it on
do a
Blu-ray.
second.
I have it on Blu-ray, but I'm not going to watch it.
Oh, come on, man. Why not?
Hey, you're quite a ways into it now, aren't you?
About 30 minutes in, 29 minutes
30
in.
minutes in, yeah.
Is it? Do you guys know? Is it streaming anywhere?
I think, what are you streaming it on? HBO Max, Lawrence?
No, I rented it on YouTube
Oh,
for like $3. It's not.
it is on HBO Max, though.
It is?
Yeah, looks like it. I'm good though. I think. I'll sit here and talk with you guys.
I did pick up some things at Dollar Tree today that I'm going to do a Hidden Gems episode on.
Oh, cool.
3 small little items.
Nice.
But I saw them and I was like, you know what? I'll buy them and do a little episode on it. Why not?
Now, let me ask, are they the items I was telling you about?
No.
Okay.
They didn't have those. I wish they would have.
Yeah. They're pretty cool.
Is that the dad?
Yeah, he's still driving.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's about to get his crotch sliced, Corey.
Thanks for ruining it,
Oh,
Greg.
yeah. What's your thoughts on this movie, Greg? Because I used to like it quite a bit back in the day, but it's kind of less for me now.
I remember you were talking it up back in the day, which is probably actually why I watched it.
Oh, man.
I think because it was like, at least in terms of horror, it was the first like meta horror type movie.
That's the perfect word for that. Meta horror.
You know, which, I mean, no shocker. I heard you guys talking about how Scream was similar. You know, they're both Wes Craven. I think this is kind of his, first start into the Scream idea, probably. This was like 2-3 years before Scream, so.
Was it? That's right, because Scream wasn't long after this, was it?
No. So.
It was like a prototype.
Yeah. I'm not a big, no offense to Jess Graham out there. Love you, buddy, but I only like the first Nightmare, really, I think. The rest are, yeah.
Even Dream Warriors?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that either.
What was the? I think it was Nightmare on Elm Street. Was it 5 or 6? The one where they like pulled him into the real world.
Oh, fuck. That was He's in that. He does that in 2, don't he? Because he's at that cookout or that party or whatever.
Shit, it's been so long since I've seen 2, I don't even remember.
Two's the one with the gay overtones.
Oh, really?
It's got the Scream Queen as a guy.
Okay. That's different, at least.
Oh, Daddy's dead.
No, it was just a dream, Greg.
I still remember my my initial reaction when I saw the original Nightmare on Elm Street trailer, or at least the commercial on TV, because I was a big fan of the show V. Are you old enough to remember V, Greg? That TV show about the aliens that were kind of like lizard people?
I don't think so.
So Robert Englund was in that show. That was prior to Nightmare on Elm Street, and he was like the one alien lizard guy that was like kind of friendly to the humans, and he was kind of like quiet and mild mannered. And I was kind of shocked to see that was going to be him playing Freddy. But,
really?
Yeah.
Now, you know what show I loved from the 90s was the Alien Nation show.
Oh,
You and Alien Nations.
Come on, you know that theme was awesome.
The concept was, did you like that? Aliens come and they become cops? Of all the things they can do?
I mean, it was an interesting show because they blended aliens in with regular people, like they were just like accepted as a part of society. Like it was weird that to see a TV show that had aliens just living as regular people, like, you know, with family problems, as opposed to the classic stuff where they're
Coneheads did the same thing.
This predates Coneheads.
Oh, okay.
No, Coneheads were in the 70s.
Oh, were they?
That was an SNL sketch.
Maybe that's where Alien Nation stole their idea from.
Maybe. Yeah, it was like Alienation, Lawrence, if you don't know, was the way Greg's describing it. It was like the alien version of Family Ties.
Yeah, I know the one with James Caan. There was a movie. I'd seen that, but I never knew of a TV show.
Yeah. They did that a lot back then, like movie into a TV show. I guess they're still doing that to some degree, though.
So this is what's confusing to me about this movie. Is like she's been an actor in the Freddy movie since the first movie, so she knows that it's all bullshit and it's all fake. But now, is she being convinced that it's real? Because she like has the fears that it's real, like Freddy was a real thing, through almost like from the beginning of the movie. So like, it's kind of weird how they just start making him kill people, and like she's not being like, wait a minute, is Freddy real? What the hell is this? How'd he die? She like jumps right in there. Oh, it's Freddy. He's real.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's not well thought out, Wes. I gotta say.
What's great about them? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, there's an argument in the community about Wes Craven not really being a master of horror because he didn't have that many great ideas.
He has a great name, though. It sounds like
he definitely has a great name. I think I remember the scene. Yeah, it's where the earthquake happens during the funeral, Corey. And I think like his fucking body fell out.
Ow. She like banged her head on that pretty hard.
One of the best scenes from Clerks is when they're talking about this. Like, her fucking body fell out.
It's a good one. So I got my Tarantino list wrapped up today.
I think mine is mostly done too. I can't. I'm looking. I'm planning to rewatch one more Tarantino movie before I finalize it. I did kind of like the bone claw that they did in this movie, though. I thought that was pretty cool.
Freddy has a different look in this movie compared to the other movies, too. So it kind of, I mean, it's still Robert Englund, but he looks different, if that makes sense.
In this movie, he looked more steamed and not so baked.
Yeah.
This is boiled Freddy, not baked Freddy, or fried Freddy.
I was going to say it looked more like a mask, but whatever you want to call it.
You're the last dude she wants to see at this funeral.
I know it.
Oh, there's Wes Craven.
That's when the audience started clapping back in the day, however, when he appeared like that.
You know what? I don't remember audiences clapping at movies back in the day. I'll say that. No, Jonathan, no air fried Freddy. Not yet. That's going to be in the remake. Actually, I think that was the remake Freddy. He was the air fried version.
You know what pisses me off more than people clapping at a movie?
What's that?
When people clap when you fucking land on a plane. Like, what's the other result? Die? That's his job. Land the plane.
Yeah, I don't fucking get that either. Like, what?
It's Corey. Ever since 9/11, that's when that started to become a big thing.
That's bullshit. They were doing that before 9/11. Actually, before 9/11. Oh, we landed. Well, good.
Yeah, like statistically, the chances of dying in a plane crash are like less than a car crash.
I'm going to start driving to freaking Walmart when I get out and start clapping. Hell, I made it. Maybe clap when I get out of the Walmart. It survived.
Ain't lying. Yeah, Corey, when I go to Greg's Walmart, I always feel like a shooting's going to happen there.
So do I.
I don't know how you work there, Greg. It just feels like crime.
Yeah, I've been to that one. Oh, man.
Is she hot?
Yeah, that's what I want to find out. I don't know. I've been trying to figure that out since this movie started. Is that she's?
I mean,
hot or not.
she's definitely not unattractive, but like,
She's got that Hillary Swank quality.
that's a good question. Is Hillary Swank hot?
People have been debating that since she started acting.
It's a Seinfeld reference. There are two faces. You know, one time they're hot, and the next they're not.
When she did "Boys Don't Cry," that's whenever people started questioning her.
I fully agree with Jonathan in this statement.
Let me see what he said.
Yeah.
Walmart is a wasteland of humanity. Bro, that is so... And then I feel like I get turned into trash when I walk in there. Like, I feel like I'm one of them.
You walk through as soon as you walk through the front doors, why the fuck do I feel dirty?
I don't know if you saw my comment earlier, but you were talking about other stuff this kid had been in. He was in Kindergarten Cop and Pet Sematary.
That's where I remember him from. But he never aged from that. He was always that age.
Yeah, he still is.
Yeah, to this day, he's still looking like that.
Miko Hughes, I think is his name.
I was going to say, I was just about to look up the names. I probably should have had that up before I even started the stream. At least tell who the hell the actors and actresses are. Tell you what I will do, though, after I look this up. What the fuck? There's a TV series?
What?
Of Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
I didn't know that. I knew there was Freddy's Nightmares back in the day, but
Oh, never mind. This is something else. I found it now. It's like people making episodes on the movie.
goofs.
How old is he? Let's see. He's
It's got to be about quite a bit old. Quite old.
That's what I was telling Lawrence. I was like, this kid is in his 30s now.
Yeah, got to be.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Just for shits and giggles here.
Shit's a good.
I'm gonna pull something up here and let's see if y'all can guess.
Hey, Corey.
Yeah.
You were absolutely right about what you said in our last live stream. Damien Eccles is weird. He's got this dude's got a YouTube. You know that?
Yeah, I mean, just look at his Instagram too.
So the question for both of you, as we're watching this, is just take a guess at what you think the Rotten Tomatoes tomato rating is for it. What percentage?
For this movie?
Yes.
74.
What'd you say, Lawrence?
74.
What do you got, Corey?
I'll say 25.
Oh shit!
Well, apparently the critics really liked it because it is a fresh Rotten Tomato. It's a fresh tomato at 79%.
I was damn close. Higher
The
than
audience, the audience score is actually lower. It's a 66%.
It's like the more boring the movie, the higher the critic score is, huh, Greg?
Well, I mean, like I said, I don't think it's aged well. The pacing is a little off as I rewatch it here.
Well, I'm laughing because wasn't it Jonathan Corey who said who hates Citizen Kane?
Someone did. I can't remember.
Yeah, somebody hated that movie.
I have a little love for that movie just because of the topic.
Yeah, I think it's I think it's deserved, and it's a status as greatest film ever made. I've seen it several times. You just got to be patient with it, man.
Greatest film ever made, huh?
That's what it's labeled as. Like if you type in "greatest film ever made," that usually comes up.
I say that's arguable, but it's no doubt it was a monumental movie for the time it came out, for sure. Like no one had taken on something like that.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be shocking some people with my Tarantino list here, with my rankings on some of these.
Yeah, I told you this, Greg. Corey, I don't know if I've said this, but I'm not the biggest Tarantino fan. Like outside of maybe one or two of his films, I really don't care for like a lot of his gimmicks.
Well, you're fired from life.
I mean, they're all that 70s-ish kind of style. And if you're a fan of that, then I can see why. But
you know, it's funny. He's been doing like the interview circuit here, and I just watched a little interview with him. He did, I think, on Jimmy Kimmel. I'm shocked he never did a horror movie, like directed a horror movie.
Yeah, you'd think he would.
This kid just straight jumps off the top of this damn thing.
Here's a little tease for my list. I still can't get through Hateful Eight. So
What?
Man, dude, I was watching that and that I don't get it, man. It's just talking.
Yeah, I can't. I just couldn't get into it again. So I.
You know, there's an extended version of that. I'm like, what the? Why?
Yeah. God, do that with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, please.
I'm gonna watch that one.
You
Yeah,
better.
you
That's
gotta
my
watch
final-
that.
That
That's
has
my
to be
final
watched
one.
before you make your
Yeah.
list. Yeah.
I saved it for last, so I just watched Death Proof yesterday. So, and again, it's another one of the talkies.
Yeah, it is heavy on dialogue. I mean, that's kind of his thing, though.
I wouldn't mind
I don't-
if I liked.
I don't hate the
fucking
dialogue.
people.
I'll tell you what, though, like Death Proof, if that was shaved down to like an 80, 85-minute movie, would be fire.
I do like Kurt Russell in that movie, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that
but
was a
then-
role made for him.
If it did not have him, it would not be much.
Yeah, I love Kurt Russell. And actually, a guy at my work was telling me he's a big Tarantino fan, and he was telling me about what his.
Go ahead and
ranking
say
would be.
Sean.
It wasn't Sean. That's the thing. Sean, you know what Sean's ranking was wanting to be for the movies? Or I guess I should reveal this tomorrow. I'll just wait till tomorrow to reveal it
Yeah,
because it was interesting at first. I had to tell him to redo it, or I'm not mentioning his shit on the podcast.
Let me guess, Sean's got them all tied at 7. I could see him doing some shit like that.
I'll tell you this without telling you, you're not far off.
Jesus. No, the Hateful Eight thing hurts me too because I am such a big Kurt Russell fan. So,
Do people talk like that, Corey? Do you think?
fuck. I don't know how they get anything done if they talk like that.
Exactly. Like nobody. Ryan from your job, from Walmart, Greg, would bring that up. He's like, I've lived in the South my whole life. Nobody ever talked like that.
Well, I guess the argument would be that movies are fantasy, you know.
Right.
I don't know. What's up, Hayden? Sorry, I didn't say hey to you.
Yeah, sorry, Hayden. I had my list up here covering the.
Yeah. He says he's ready. I'm crazy, and he's with you on Hateful Eight.
Hell, we may not get started until 10 p.m. tomorrow, Hayden.
Yeah,
so you might
you'll
get
be
there
fine.
right in time.
Howdy, Ben Grimm.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, Ben?
Good to have you over here.
What the hell was Robert Englund painting there? That was the ugliest painting I've ever seen.
Is Robert Englund a nerd?
Is it Robert Englund or Robert Englund?
I've always heard England, but
What's going on, Ort?
well,
We're just watching a watch along with no video for you guys to watch along with.
England's a drama nerd, yeah. That's for sure.
Well, why don't you tell them where to queue it up at, Lawrence, since you, if they do want to watch along.
Yeah, we're at 51 minutes, 14 seconds.
I'm like 2 seconds behind Lawrence.
Unexplained videos in the chat.
I'll say this. Yeah. I'll say this about this movie is it's like we're already almost an hour in and not a lot has happened.
Yeah.
Because I can say, like, if this was a new, I can already tell you what my gripe would be. Like, if this was like a new Freddy movie, my gripe would be the same thing as it was with the first Godzilla: is too much characterization, not enough of what we want to see, which was Godzilla. I mean, if you're gonna watch a new Freddy movie, you want to see more Freddy. So.
But then what about Jaws? How do we explain that? Because he's barely in it.
Jaws is a masterpiece. That's a different story.
There's so much like, God, what's the word I'm looking for with Jaws? Tension and like so much build to like when you finally see it. I think that's they had so many issues with the shark in that movie, but it worked out for them. The part in Jaws where I think
only one, Jonathan. I think the body count is only one.
Yeah, I think I'm explaining this right. In Jaws, when they shoot the shark with the barrels, so they can like keep track of him.
Yeah.
That was done just because they had so many problems with the shark, and so they could pretend that the shark was out there, basically.
It's interesting you say suspense, Jonathan, because I had an argument with a guy at work the other day as to what qualifies as a thriller or suspense movie.
Aren't they the same?
Y'all can probably guess who the argument was with.
Yeah, I already know. Sean.
Does this guy get punched in the nuts every day?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but my kid or not, they come at me like that, I'm punching them in the face.
No, she was dreaming, Greg. So you...
wake up and punch him.
She's having way too many damn dreams, man.
That was the problem, was that what is real and what's not.
That's why she's got a horse face, man. She hadn't had a decent night's sleep in fucking ages.
Well, that was the thing. Like, actors in the 90s, like, all looked like normal people. For the most part.
I know who Greg hated the most in the 90s just because of his hair.
I'm dying for you to refresh my memory here.
He was in a Halloween movie. I'll go that far.
Whoa, what the fuck is this?
That is true, Ben. Horseface is definitely linked to lack of sleep.
Anyway, Josh Hartnett. You kept commenting on this cowlick hair.
You said Josh Hartnett or Hart? What was his name?
Josh.
You know, Lawrence.
Whatever happened to him?
He's still around. He isn't doing anything major, but he's around.
We just saw the scene
in the 2000s
where that kid freaked out again, right? That's exactly the same reaction my kid had today when I tried to take her from the blueberry patch when it was time to go home.
Sometimes I think your kid's part evil.
I mean,
she's like the girl Damien sometimes.
The girl Damien?
Yeah.
Damien Eccles?
I will say she does have a pretty good scary face.
Damien from The Omen.
Speaking of which, Lawrence, have you watched any more of the Shudder series, the Cursed films?
No, have you?
Not since I watched the Omen one. But
I'm stuck on Tarantino films right now.
Well, I'm intentionally not watching them because I don't want them to be gone because I like every one of them I've watched so much.
So what's the next top 10?
You know, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking
Best
maybe
Westerns.
we should. Everyone keeps saying Westerns. I don't think it's time to do Westerns yet. But
Jesus, I don't know if I could do 5 Westerns.
You know who else wants to do top Westerns? Like, as soon as I brought it up, Lawrence, is Sean. He's like, oh, hell yeah, do Westerns.
He needs to just get on this show instead of, as much as his name gets thrown on here.
He's backing out now because he told me at first, he's like, yeah, if you get 150 subs, then I'll jump on. I was like, oh, we're approaching it, so got to live up to your word. He's like, oh, no. I said you could take a picture at 150, not be on there.
What?
Screw
What is
this
he-
guy,
Yeah,
man.
what is he, the Loch Ness Monster?
I guess so.
Ugh.
What is he, DLC for the fucking show? He's a guy that works at Walmart with us, or with you.
So our kid's in a psych ward now.
Yeah. He's probably going to be a serial killer. I mean,
he already tried to knife her with some steak knives on his fingers with some claws.
he's got the blackest eyes, Greg.
Unexplained videos of saying comedies could be fun. Man, that's like hard.
Yeah, it is, man.
Jonathan, I would say, is probably at your dad's at some point. Whenever you saw it, it had to be at your dad's.
DLC for the show. He is. I can't remember the last time I saw a Western. See, Westerns are weird because there's modern Westerns.
Yeah, we are. I actually already have a creepypasta put together. We just decided to do the watch along this week. So next week, I'm actually probably going to go ahead and do another episode of creepypastas on Monday. So I'll schedule it whenever when we verify it for sure.
What was I going to say? Something.
Greg, since it was Pride Month, we should have just had top 10 LGBT films on here. Or is that for the future?
I'm not even going to fucking touch that, Lawrence, okay?
No, I'm not. I mean, all right.
No.
Between you and Dustin, I don't know who's worse to try to rile me up on some shit.
Definitely Dustin. Or Dusty as Hayden calls him.
Yeah, it's always Dusty from now on.
Yeah, his name
Yes.
is Dusty.
Unexplained videos, the next creepypasta's topic. I'll go ahead and give you that here. It is going to be urban legends.
I'm excited for that one. That's cool.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. That's going to be good. Urban legends are always fun.
Yeah.
You know, I actually, before I came home tonight, I went. Here's a funny story for you. I decided I was going to stop by a cemetery on the way home, and I was going to try the GhostTube app, right? So I pull into the cemetery. I get out. I got my phone with me. I've loaded up the app, and immediately I started getting attacked by bugs. So I'm out here trying to record it. I ended up deleting the recording. I should have kept it because it was funny. So get the hell out of here with that shit, Lawrence. So,
I'm the real Greg.
So I get out of my car. I got the app going, and I'm like talking. I'm like, saying I'm not here to disturb anybody. I just want to see if anyone's out there talking, stuff like that. Just doing the ghost tubey kind of things. Then immediately, bugs started flying up my nose and in my mouth. I was like, fuck this shit. I gotta go. These bugs are killing me. And I jumped in the car and left. Then to make it even worse, I was like, I couldn't really see because I was in my wife's car. So I was nervous I was going to back up onto a grave or something. I'm like, shit, I can't see anything out here. So I did the biggest baby back up and forward until I was straightened out enough to get out of there. It was horrible.
Yeah, because Greg, if you hit one of the tombstones, the ghost comes home with you.
I was not going to hit one of those tombstones.
Yeah, you bring the haunting back to your house.
It was funny, man, because I'm trying to talk and ask questions and fucking bugs are flying in my mouth.
Do you guys have I don't know if I'm guessing you guys have some down there too. Do you have the old church-style cemeteries.
Yes.
You need to go like a really old one when you go do that.
There's one not far. There's one that's actually kind of close to where Lawrence lives. The one I went to tonight was kind of old.
Mm-hmm.
The older, the creepier, right, Greg?
I mean, I think so.
Them new ghosts ain't about shit. The old ones. That's where it's at.
I was out with some friends one night in high school, and we had some stupid idea to like try to do some kind of little bullshit seance at a cemetery out in the country. So we're like, the cemetery was like on a hill, like you parked, and then it went down kind of like a hill. And while we're out there, we see like the police roll up to the parking area. So we're all like hiding. I would never have thought to like lay down on a grave basically and hide behind a tombstone, but I sure as hell did. And they left. They didn't see us, I guess. But
Damien Eccles did that same thing.
Yeah, it is. I actually just relaunched it the other day. It's patreon.com/theslackercast if you want to check it out. Mostly the only thing I have on there other than what we've been posting is older episodes of the Slackercast back when we still did it in the car. And all of the Dashing with Greg's is on there. There's a total of 6 of them, but they're all on the Patreon.
Take your pills, Lawrence.
Yeah, so now I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is making that noise. It's midnight, guys.
It does, Jonathan, but they close it up at night, so you can't get in.
Well, that'll be cool. You guys have like any not in New Orleans, because I know there's a lot of shit over there, but like in your area, is there any like local legends?
There is. I couldn't tell you what they are off the top of my head. I mean, the Crossroads is not far from here.
No.
That would be the thing to do, Corey. It's when you come down here, go to the Crossroads.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Great.
I just bought that movie, actually. I need to watch it again.
Great. Remember
it's true, Jonathan. It's very true.
I was asking you when I first heard about the Mothman, because you were talking about urban legends, and you were telling me about Mothman. I said, is he Marvel or DC? You said he's got comics origins. But
here's where I want to go, Point Pleasant.
Is that where he originates from, that legend?
Yeah, West Virginia.
Mothman prophecies?
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, this chick does not sleep. Look at all these books on her bed.
If you want to see a good portrayal of that story, I really like there's an Unsolved Mysteries edition of Mothman. It's a really good one, I think.
Talking about the new Netflix Unsolved Mysteries?
No, it's the old Unsolved Mysteries.
I love the old one with you know what's funny? I almost said I love the old one with Robert Englund. With Robert, what was his last name?
Stack.
That's it.
You know what's funny? I watch some of those occasionally, and this was a while back, but I was watching one, and it was a story about this killer that was on the loose in Texas. And like in this scene, he stopped in front of this house, and this old woman's like washing dishes, and sees this guy in this pickup truck stopped in front of her house, and he starts walking over to these kids that are playing, and he's got no pants on. So she sends her older son to go out and like confront him, and the killer shoots the older son in the yard and takes off. The older son was played by Matthew McConaughey.
What?
So Matthew McConaughey had to go chase down a pantless killer.
I hope they found that son of a bitch.
Yeah, it was Texas. Hayden's still on the loose.
What? They never caught this guy?
No.
Dude, she's got a coffee pot right beside her bed.
She's serious about staying up this time.
Really? Ben says he has a friend whose aunt was on Unsolved Mysteries. What was the case?
Yeah, what was the mystery?
You ever see the one? Oh, Ben's got his. Oh, damn.
Shit. What? That's nuts.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
There's one, I can't remember exactly what the case is, but you've seen the.
Oh, now we're actually finally seeing Freddy.
Yeah, an hour into it. He's wearing leather pants. What is this? Is this like the kinky version?
Did you say he was wearing leather pants?
Yeah, he's wearing leather pants, man.
Damn, that sucks, Ben.
Yeah, this mask looks juicy. So is this real or is this a dream?
This is real.
I do like the claw. I'll say that. I like the look of the claw a lot. I do remember the first time I saw this movie, I was upset when the blonde gets killed because I thought she was hot.
Well, thanks for spoiling it, Greg, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, you stupid.
This movie's almost 30 years old. You should have watched it by now.
Yeah, for real.
Why does she look like Little Richard?
Are you talking about the doctor?
Yeah, the nurse. She's just missing that little pencil mustache she used to have.
She doesn't look anything like Little Richard.
He did look like him. You seen older Little Richard, like modern day, or I don't know if he's passed away.
I gotta see if I can find a picture of this woman now.
I mean, she looks more like Eddie Murphy as that dude that was the preacher in Coming to America than she does Little Richard.
That's what Little Richard looked like at that. Well, now he does. He looks just like that preacher in Coming to America.
Now he don't look like shit. He's dead.
Yeah.
Skeleton.
Rest in peace, sir.
She's got a little Little Richard to her.
Yeah, don't look her up.
You know what else bothers me about this, Freddy?
A strong ass chin. Go ahead.
His sweater is too pristine.
I agree. It looks like it just came out of the dryer.
Yeah.
Like you just knitted it or something.
You just steamed that hat.
That's a fresh knit.
Can we solve this debate? Is it brown and green or is it red and green? Because people debated on that one for a while.
It's red and green.
Yeah.
I'm red. I've always thought it was red and green, but apparently I'm mostly colorblind. Hey, what's up, Jay?
Jay, what's going on, sir?
We are a bunch of nerds. That is accurate.
Except Dustin. Like, right? Dustin, he's not a nerd, man.
And why over the sweater is he wearing that top coat that Donald Trump wears all the time?
I still can't get away from the leather pants.
He was wearing leather pants.
I don't like this Freddy. Piss on this. I'm looking at a bunch of pictures. Let me look.
Do you agree with me about the claw, though? Doesn't the claw look cool?
The outside of it, the inside of his hand looks shitty. It just looks too like the face makeup is a mask, and he's wearing like Freddy like gloves, not
The
makeup.
fuck?
I don't know.
Fuck this kid.
Right?
Like, if I was this kid's parent after watching this, I don't know if I could keep him.
Oh! I was right.
Does your kid do that, Greg?
This kid is the exorcist, man. He puked on her.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Why are they strapping her in the chair? This bitch is losing her mind.
She hasn't slept in 5 days, Greg.
I mean, she has a coffee pot next to her fucking bed. Why would she? Daniel's hat is pretty beast. I like it.
Dude, her chin.
Yeah, that is a very stout chin. Makes my chin look like a little bitch chin.
Yeah, I'm jealous. What's your thoughts on butt chins, Corey?
That's what this has become.
I remember being young, being jealous I didn't have one.
Because every wrestler had one, right?
Because I felt like people looked cooler with one.
What about the butt chin that also looks like someone took a pencil and just started like screwing it into the center?
That's when it's fake, Greg.
That's the fake butt chin?
That's whenever you had surgery.
I mean, Michael Jackson got a butt chin installed, so.
Well, he had everything installed. Him and Sammy
That's
Sosa.
true. Sammy Sosa's just turned into powder.
Why was he a cowboy in one picture? Like he was.
I don't know, dude. He's about to move to freaking the island of Dr. Moreau, I think.
Poor
He's gonna be
Sammy
some
Sosa.
freak on that island.
Is that a good movie? The Island of Dr. Moreau?
Oh, well, the old one might be. Like Island of Lost Souls, the old one I think is pretty good. I tell you what, you need to watch, the Val Kilmer Island of Dr. Moreau with
Yeah. I've seen that. That's what I was
Brando.
talking about.
That's what he's
Marlon
referring
Brando.
to.
You got to watch the documentary about that movie called Lost Souls. That's
Really?
yes, that's insane. I think it may be on Shudder.
Is it based on a true story?
Yeah. Yeah, there was this fat man that had a little midget walking around with him all the time.
He spliced a bunch of fucking animals and people together.
I've never seen it. That's
Well,
all I know.
Jay agrees with you, Corey, so I guess I'm definitely going to check that out.
Yeah, just a little shout out to Hayden. That's on the Criterion collection. If
Yeah, don't start yelling at me about that again, Hayden. I promise I looked it up.
Criterion Blu-ray sale starts at Barnes & Noble on July 2nd, by the way.
Is it sad that when he kept telling me to look up the Criterion collection, the first thing I did was looked up the definition of Criterion?
What's Criterion mean?
I was like, I know he wants me to look up this collection, but what the fuck is he talking about? I need
You
to know.
wanted to make sure it wasn't porn first.
Well, if it was porn, he was definitely buying.
Only if it's from the 70s.
Yeah, well, that's all on Vinegar Syndrome.
I've never seen the 70s one, Jay. I need to go back and watch that. I don't think I hated the one with Val Kilmer, though.
It's definitely weird.
That's
But yeah, that documentary about it, though, is a must-watch.
What's up, Jess?
Hey, Jess.
Jess. We sent you a shout out before we started this. We know you're a big Freddy Krueger fan.
Yeah. Hop on in, Jess. Do you want to share your thoughts on this movie? Throw that link in there, Greg.
Yeah, it should be way up at the top. I think I put it at the top beginning of the stream.
She just punched that kid.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Good. I'm all for kids getting punched in movies.
So Jess, since you're a Freddy guy, I've been talking about this as the movie goes on here. How do you feel about this version of the Claw? Did you like it or did you hate it? Oh, she's already accusing her of being a drug addict.
We barely seen any Freddy in this. You notice that, Greg?
That's what I'm saying, man. It's suffering from the Godzilla remake problem.
Oh, cool, Jay. Yeah, the novelization of this. Was it better than the movie, or?
Yeah,
I said, back in the day, I didn't hate the movie. It was actually one of the ones I really liked, but I think it's lost something over the years for me.
Corey, she didn't punch the kid. She punched the nurse. I wasn't paying attention, so I thought she punched the kid.
That's bullshit.
I think the big issue with this movie is the characters just aren't engaging enough, man. You don't care enough about them.
You guys got a timestamp for Jay?
Yeah, 1 hour, 19 minutes, 59 seconds.
Yep.
He does have the Donald Trump overcoat, though.
It does.
I mean,
Exact
you said you don't like the way it looks, Corey, but I don't hate it.
It's just not Freddy, man.
It just looks like a costume.
I will agree with you there. It does look like a costume.
Dylan's a dick for this. If he doesn't, yeah.
Welcome, Jess.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking me
What's
on.
up?
Cool.
What's going on, sir?
Hey, guys. See y'all. I got the wrong shirt on. I didn't know I was going to be putting on for this. Right
All
after
good.
the shirt. So you had me ask me a question. The glove.
Yes, the glove.
I think the idea of it or the concept he had for it is much better than it was executed. I think it looks kind of fake.
I think
But I don't hate it.
The whole overall look, I was just saying, kind of looks
actually,
costumey to
Corey,
me.
Yes.
The scene they just showed to where he kind of opened the glove and I saw the inside of it. Yeah, I don't like the inside at all. The inside doesn't look good.
Look like
But now
bubble
it would have
gum in
been
the
cool if they
pictures
would have
like
done
that.
something like in part 2. Sorry, didn't mean to talk over.
No, you're fine.
Like just coming through the hands themselves if they wanted to do.
Yeah, that was cool too. I did like that.
Yeah, the bones look like you said, too
Look at his
costumey,
face.
too Halloween
Yeah.
decoration.
What's your overall thoughts on this movie? Is it one you like, or
Well, I love them all,
right?
except for the remake. I don't know if Sean's watching. but it used to rank probably number 3. I think just because I like the Wes Craven ones.
Yeah.
But it's moved down the list over the years as I've got older.
I was a real big fan when I was younger with it because it was like that first, like, kind of meta. I didn't even know what meta meant back then, but it was like the first meta horror movie kind of thing that I remember seeing. And, but yeah, it's over the years, it's not as great.
I saw it in theaters. It was one of 2 Nightmare. Well, 3.
Oh, cool.
Freddy vs. Jason.
So which ones were Wes Craven and which ones were not?
Well, 1 obviously is Wes. 3, he was given a screenplay credit and executive
3 was
producer.
Dream Warriors, right?
Yeah. Even though his draft was rewritten by Frank Darabont and the other guy. Can't think of his name. So it was by far from Wes's real script for part 3, which is a good thing. Darabont's is definitely the better from what I've heard. Wes explained his own script for that.
Yeah, Jess, we were saying earlier, is Wes Craven like a legitimate horror writer, or do you think it's kind of
Oh
like,
wow, that is some horrible CG. I forgot about that.
or do you think he's only got like maybe 1 or 2 hits?
Oh, I think he's a legitimate horror writer and definitely director. I mean, not saying he's never done a bad movie, but what master of anything hasn't done something bad?
True.
I mean, even
Yeah,
Spielberg's got his.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to discredit somebody just because they put out, a few bad things.
Yeah, even John Carpenter's got Escape from L.A.
Yeah.
I actually love Escape from LA.
Well,
I'm not gonna lie.
And Steve
And there, I was
Buscemi.
going to say, even the ones that are, I'd rather say lesser, I don't know, no, there's even better word for it. They're not necessarily, if you look at them, bad films or badly directed. It's just they aren't great.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite non-Nightmare Wes Craven movie?
Oh, gosh. There's a couple I really like. I mean, People Under the Stairs is great. I love all the screams. I don't know if you guys seen Music of the Heart.
I've not seen that one.
I can't say I
One
have.
of the few.
I can't say I heard of it.
Look it up. It's he made a deal with the studios that he'd direct a major non-horror film. I think that was that was the deal to do one of the Screams sequels.
Okay.
It's got Meryl Streep and several a lot of people, actually.
I'm a big Serpent and the Rainbow fan.
Serpent. See, I love Serpent and the Rainbow.
Jay says Shocker and the People Under the Stairs. I actually like the People Under the Stairs. Shocker was a crazy movie too.
Yeah, wasn't Shocker the one where the guy was on death row or something like that? Didn't he get like the electric chair?
Yeah.
And then he got powers from it or something. Yeah, it's a whole one.
Wes Craven has influenced me since 3 and 5. At 3 years old, I was saying in my car seat, "Oh shit, there goes the neighborhood" from Swamp Thing. So,
Who did the I Know What You Did Last Summer movies? Was that Wes Craven too, or
now it might have been the same writer as Scream, though. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think it was Kevin Williamson.
Man, Scream spawned like a whole line of those movies.
Yeah.
the metas? Is that what you'd call them, Corey? The meta movies?
They transitioned more into like slasher movies, but they were in that same style though, like the cool kids, I call it, cool college age kids or whatever. Pretty people.
The pretty people, college age kids playing high schoolers.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I did love this scene where he rises up in the bed.
Oh yeah, sort of a classic. I don't know which reference to the first movie.
I'll tell you another one that I really like. I just watched. It's probably been within the last 5 years. Is I really like Deadly Blessing, the Amish horror movie.
There's a lot of great stuff in this movie, though. New Nightmare.
My goal this October is to run through them all, start to finish again.
All the Nightmare on Elm Streets.
Yeah, it's been a while. Damn, he banged Sharon Stone on that set. Well, good for him. Ruined his marriage, but it is Sharon Stone. It's a young Sharon Stone, too.
So were you at the part where the house turns back into the nightmare house?
Yeah, I believe that's where we're at because he's calling her Nancy and...
Well, as far as I know, that's the first time they used the real original house since part 2.
Really?
The rest were sets or facades built.
It's cool.
Oh, they just cued in the theme, the old Nightmare on Elm Street theme.
What's so funny, Greg?
Jay in the chat.
That's what I was laughing at, just reading too.
Fuck yeah.
Why was Michael Douglas in every sexy movie in the 90s? That's what I want to know. You didn't notice that?
I don't know, because Michael Douglas looks just like his dad.
The older he gets, for sure. You're right.
Yeah.
Where does he rank on the stud list, Corey?
He wasn't. That's what made it funny.
Yeah.
There you go. There's your next top 10, the stud list.
He was the perfect,
Return of the Stud
actor to play like a dude that looked rich. You know what I mean? He looked like that Wall Street guy, for sure.
Disclosure.
Yeah.
Was he in Sleeping with the Enemy? I can't remember.
He's in The Game, I think, with Sean Penn.
Oh, man, that
was a good one. I love that movie.
That's another one I just watched for the first time a couple of years ago.
Rex. Poor Rex.
Fuck Rex.
Oh, Rex was just doing his job, man.
Jay, we used to talk about the stud list all the time. You have to be on sometime. We'll do a little revisit to the stud list.
Was Shooter McGavin on your list? Because he was on ours, I think, right, Greg?
He better be.
He keeps making it for something. We can't keep him off that. And Shooter McGavin.
You know what's sad? It's like if we do a stud list, it's not going to be easy for me. It's going to be hard. I'm going to struggle with it.
I love how Shooter McGavin's on the list, not the guy's actual name. It's just Shooter McGavin.
He doesn't have an actor name. He doesn't have a real name anymore. He's Shooter McGavin.
He should have changed his name to Shooter McGavin like Ultimate Warrior did.
Oh, God. I watched that Dark Side of the Ring recently, and it was a good episode.
Yeah.
But if anyone needs a timestamp where we are, we're at an hour and 32 minutes in.
Ben says some on the YouTube channel there, the horror show, they're doing a fan movie sequel, Dylan's New Nightmare.
Okay.
That's true.
I think that's what I saw listed on IMDb when I was looking it up.
With Miko Hughes.
That's cool.
What are you seeing right now, Greg?
Where she's sliding through time, I guess, into the dream world, leaving the real world into the dream world. Man, CG has come a long way since this movie. It's mind blowing, really. You know what's weird though is like in horror movies, I still kind of prefer the old, like puppetry and all the effects that they used to do, rather than all the CG now. Yeah, the animatronics, all that stuff. I liked it better, I think. Yeah,
I think most people do. You look at a movie like The Thing back in the day, some of the amazing stuff they did in that just wouldn't have been as good as in CG.
So what's your thoughts so far, Greg, now that we're almost to the end?
It has a pacing problem, but once it actually starts to kick in, it actually gets pretty good. The pacing problem is the only thing, is like the beginning is a little too drawn out and not explaining enough, so it could lose some people.
It depends on your knowledge of the first one.
It's definitely, you got to have some knowledge base in there. I think it would be a good one to go from the first one directly into this, actually.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You can skip Dream Warriors and the second one.
That's actually what I wanted to do, but I've been watching too many damn Tarantino movies for this list. So.
Yeah, the lists take up a lot of time, huh, Greg?
I put a lot into them. I really do.
Shit, let's just do the stud list next week.
Stud list?
Top 10 stud list. Jay, you want to hop on for that next week? Next Tuesday night?
So how far back are we going for the stud list? That's the question. Are we doing all time?
Yeah, I mean, fuck, if you want to have a caveman on the stud list, I guess have a fucking caveman.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you,
10.
all of Lawrence's are going to be like people that predate the 70s.
Yeah, it's going to be all the Baldwins. Stephen Baldwin, Alec Baldwin.
All the Baldwins on his list. Billy Baldwin's going to be the top.
Right. When Stephen Baldwin, I can't stop thinking of him in the Flintstones movie with that stupid bowl haircut. When he was playing Barney Rubble.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you right now, though, my top 10 stud list is going to get wacky.
Oh,
I like to go for the dark horses. Like I think I threw Paul Giamatti out there last time.
I think you did.
Paul Giamatti. John Goodman's got to be in there.
I'm
put John Goodman on the stud list. Hell.
I'm actually down with this. Yeah, we'll do a stud list, man. The stud list will be fun. It'll be a fun change of pace.
So you've all done this before?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
me
we
and
go
Corey
back.
many times.
I think we have an old one on our just audio only, Greg, where we did a stud list.
Phone sometimes, and just out of the blue, we'll be like, you know what? I'll tell you someone else who's got to be on the stud list.
Steve Buscemi.
I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if he makes anybody's list, I'm gonna on a
The lists are worthless.
I tell you who's not going to be on my stud list.
Who?
Cody.
Oh, Jonathan says he's dusting off the old stud list.
Yeah, Jess is in the stream, Hayden. George Burns is a worthy name.
So the question is Nicolas Cage going to make anybody's stud list?
Depends on what versions. Some movies he is, and then some he's not. Like, it's never the same with him.
What's his biggest stud movie, you think?
Raising Arizona.
The Ghost Riders.
I'd say maybe.
Seconds.
No, he joined in a little later, Hayden.
I've been here this whole time.
Yeah.
In spirit, yes.
Ben's with me, Con Air.
Ben says Con Air 100% for me.
Oh fuck no, with the mullet and shit.
Oh yeah.
That was beautiful.
You know there's a scene in that where he's walking, there's explosions behind him. Face Off is a good one too.
Yeah, I think so. See, John Travolta's going to be in my stud list now. See, it never ends.
Oh God. You're gonna have a harder time with this than this.
Dude, I
movie
am.
show.
I'm going to be thinking about this shit all week.
This is why I don't get anything done at my real job.
And speaking of Sean, when I tell him about this list, oh, he's going to lose his shit.
In a good way or a bad way.
How about make this a list you don't tell Sean about?
Yeah, this isn't for Sean.
He's going to ask.
He's not going to contribute nothing this time, huh, Greg?
Why is he so concerned when he's not making an effort to join you at some point?
Because I think secretly he loves being a part of it, but he just doesn't want to admit it.
Why not? What's the? I don't get what's holding him back from embracing it. All right, we're at this weird scene where he's like doing this stretchy shit. What the fuck's going on here, Greg?
Oh man, the tongue is going wild.
See, this is why it's better than CGI. It's weirder with like the animatronics. Him eating this kid.
He's just gonna fucking eat his head.
I can't get past the leather pants, man. It's just
Okay,
messing with.
Okay, leather pants Freddy's on the stud list.
Whose idea was that?
It can't be a Freddy movie without some good some good tongue action.
Why is she opening her mouth while he's putting? Hey, that's disgusting.
The trench coat has grown on me over time, though.
Yeah, the trench coat's not a bad touch.
What are you thinking right now, Greg? Looking at this.
I mean, I'm just having fun with it, man. Honestly, I'm not really hating.
And you gotta love it for the fact that, they did Freddy's Dead 3 years earlier. And it wasn't just another, oh, we were kidding. He's back alive for some silly reason.
You remember the Jasons kept doing that? Like Jason Lives in the final chapter. And
I mean, like so soon. I mean, there gets to a point where, you miss your characters. Let's bring them back in some way.
Right.
But
That's
so who eventually won between Freddy, Michael Myers, and Jason? Didn't they finally do a movie with all three of them?
no,
Or was it only just Freddy and Jason?
it's Freddy and Jason, man.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to see the Slasher Squad movie with Freddy, Jason, Michael, Leatherface.
Yeah.
Pinhead.
Yep, Pinhead, Chucky. I mean,
Well, I wouldn't be shocked if at some point they're all under the same umbrella. So
See, I'd be fine with them doing a movie to where like some weird kind of cross realm thing that all of them end up in the same movie killing people. like just causing mayhem. But I don't really want to see them fight each other. I don't care about the whole fighting each other.
I think it'd more be a group of people versus them in some form or another.
Yeah,
like
that'd be much better.
The real world, but just horror slasher guys, like just sharing an apartment.
I just registered. I'm a little slow.
This the fucking real world slashers edition.
Yeah. Oh fuck! Freddy did the laundry again. Your shit's ripped to shreds.
Myers, stop washing your
I hope not.
Laundry.
Michael Myers doing dishes.
Whose turn is it?
Freddy sitting there eating a bowl of ramen.
Jason keeps farting. Hot box in the whole fucking apartment.
Why the fuck does he keep farting? I just imagine Jason just walking into the room with the rest of them sitting on the couch or something. He just.
No, it's going to be like silent but deadly, and it's going to be like he's going to try to pass it off to someone else. Like he won't say anything, but they know it's him.
Do you think Jason's farts stink?
Yeah. You probably had retard farts, man.
What the fuck is a retard fart?
I don't know.
What is it with you always bringing in the farts?
That's my worst fear, man. Like, if you've ever had brothers, Greg, then you know what it's like when you share.
I think you just single-handedly ruined any Jason movie ever for me again, because that's all I'm going to think about now.
So it's over?
There we have it. Freddy's dead. Finally.
We'll never see him again.
But wait, there's more. I mean, it took almost a decade, though.
So what do you think? Do you think they'll never touch the Freddy thing again because of that remake, or do you think eventually they'll try to bring him back?
Oh, they'll bring it back. They'll touch it again.
Yeah. I never thought they'd do Halloween after the zombie movie, Rob Zombies, but they did. So
It's too much money on the table not to do it.
There's just no new ideas, man. They have to keep that old stuff fresh because no one can come up with anything better.
Yeah, Jess, have you seen the new Halloween trailer? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I watched it that night it released.
We talked about it, and me and Corey were not fans of it. What did you think?
I mean, I'll see it. I think Christian said it best earlier tonight. It will be entertaining, basically, but I don't know. And then we'll move on. We'll forget about it. We'll enjoy it, and then we'll forget about it for what it is.
I can say that about every Myers movie I've ever watched. I've never wanted to turn any of them off halfway into it.
Not even Resurrections?
Not even Resurrection. I always have to see the climax, man. I have to see the end.
Where Buster Rhymes drop kicks him. What does he say?
Even if it's Buster Rhymes drop kicking him.
I immediately felt bad for bitching about that trailer after we did that video the other night, because I'm like, in the end, it's a fucking horror movie. Why am I bitching so much?
Do you know what I think it was with me? I don't think I hated the trailer as much as I really said I did. I think I was just pissed because they revealed so much in it, and now I feel like
that's every trailer now.
Yeah, so the surprise was taken from me. The element of surprise.
Corey just said you gotta. Most of the time, if I'm really knowing I want to see a movie, I won't watch the trailers. I might watch the teaser that comes out over a year before, but beyond that, especially sequels,
I'm done with trailers.
Yeah, just show me the title. Let's go.
I actually had a guy at work that basically almost begged me to watch it. He's like, you have to watch it. You have to watch it. I'm like, because I asked him before, and I was like, does it reveal too much?
No. Is that what he said? He tricked you into watching it, Greg?
He made it seem like it didn't reveal as much as it did. My biggest gripe with it is the fireman scene. I feel like that should not have been revealed. They should have left it a mystery how the hell he gets out of there and what happens with the fire.
Greg, that's how you know Cody's a casual movie fan, not a hardcore fan. Because for him, a trailer is like, why not watch a trailer? He doesn't know the politics and why and what the whole controversy and them revealing too much.
Well, honestly, what really got me thinking about trailers and why I don't want to watch them anymore is I used to listen to the Slash Film podcast all the time, and one of the guys on there, Jeff Kanata, is like completely anti-trailer for anything. He won't watch a trailer for anything, no matter what it is. If it's a movie he wants to see, he's not watching a trailer.
Yeah, Ben. Look at the comments. Yeah, Ben. We're still gonna watch it. The trailer could have been complete dog shit. I'm still gonna watch a Halloween.
My advice, Ben, is don't watch the trailer if you want to be surprised by anything in the movie. I mean, I'm sure there's still going to be surprises, but like, I think the movie will be better for you not watching the trailer than if you do.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's Myers. I will never say no to going to see a Myers movie, ever.
I was just going to say, I haven't been like excited, or at least say I really loved or liked a Halloween movie since H2O. So, but I'm going to see it. If it's got the Halloween brand on it, I'm going to give it a
Yeah,
watch.
Jess, what's your thoughts on the Rob Zombie Halloweens? Because
I don't care for them at all.
Okay.
Really. I've watched them a couple times. I'm kind of like the opposite of most people. I think the first one's better than the second one that he did, but I really don't like either one. I could live the rest of my life and not watch them again.
So, like, let's erase Halloween from the equation of those movies. If Rob Zombie had just made those movies and it was just some other one of his crazy characters that he comes up with in these
that's
movies
what
that he does, would you hate the movies as much then if it wasn't associated with Halloween and Michael Myers?
Wow. I never thought of it that way for these. I think this might be the first time I'd say I think I would like it better.
See, I think I would too. I think I would probably like those movies quite a bit if it wasn't associated with Halloween.
Yeah, like the Homeless Killer or something like that, or Hobo Man.
Yeah, and it was just his own mask design of whatever monster he was creating. Is that?
Yeah, exactly. Almost like he was making a new slasher guy. I mean, sure, you'd have the people that's like, oh, well, he's just like Michael Myers, but he's not, so you wouldn't have as much of a problem with it.
Because usually I say no, like in Halloween 3 when people ask that question, if it didn't have the Halloween name on it, I don't think I'd like it as much.
I think the Halloween 3 movie, that keeps that movie alive.
Yes.
Kind of.
I don't think people would be talking about it or it'd be lost if it was any other name.
Yeah.
I actually rewatched it again not long ago because you said that you liked it more after you rewatched it, Corey, and it's not a bad movie, man. It's actually pretty good.
I love that movie. I mean, I watch it Halloween night every year now, so
I need to rewatch it.
It's a weird movie, man. It's got a creepy aspect to it that like it's hard to describe almost. It's you get a weird feeling the whole time you're watching that movie. It's weird to describe it, but
yeah, Ben. So it says like it covers only the first half. Like all the stuff we saw in that trailer is like only a small part of it. I hope so, Ben. I really do, because it showed a lot of stuff in that trailer. So I'm hoping it's just not even touching the tip of the iceberg.
How do we know how long it's going to be? Is it only going to be like an hour and a half, or has that been released?
I haven't heard yet.
Jay, did he really say that? I'm looking at the comments now.
Well, now he's doing another remake. So,
what is he doing now?
The Munsters.
He just can't leave shit alone, can he?
I like Rob Zombie's original shit, dude. I don't like his remakes. Like, Devil's Rejects was great. I mean, I felt like, or how, like the other ones he did, but
yeah, like his Captain Spaulding character, man. I loved that character. I thought he was great.
House of 1,000 Corpses, I think, is my favorite of his, but even that's kind of a ripoff of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my favorite too.
I just love the scene whenever they go into Spaulding's shop in House of 1,000 Corpses. And I forget exactly they're like, yeah, you can't ask me. He's like, but I did. I forget exactly what they were saying, but he was such a wise ass, and I loved it.
I'm kind of one of the, I guess, few people that actually like Lords of Salem quite a bit too. But
I didn't hate that movie actually. It was the whole radio thing that they were doing during that movie was like haunting to me.
yeah, I think it's different than like his trailer park shit. I mean, it's still got some of that, but
Trailer park. It's its own genre, the trailer park shit.
Slaughterport says he actually shares some love with you for the sequel of the Rob Zombie Halloweens or Corey. Says he thinks that's the better of the two.
well, I didn't say I loved it. I like it better than the first one.
No love?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, that creepy theme they were playing in Lords of Salem across the radio was nuts.
Yeah. Oh, it was an interesting idea.
What's like a quick synopsis of Salem, Lords of Salem? Because I haven't seen that one.
I mean, without ruining the movie, I don't know if it's possible to give one.
It's old, man. Just go ahead and tell me. I should have been seeing it. But...
So, of course, his wife's the star.
Okay.
And she's like a radio DJ, and they get this kind of mystery record in from this group called the Lords. And how's it go now? They play it, and she kind of gets possessed or something like that.
Yeah, like they play it, and she almost kind of like it almost like puts her in like a trance every time she hears it. It like affects her, like physically, mentally, and she's almost like addicted to it. It's like it's like a weird addiction to her after she hears it. It's very strange. I'd recommend watching it, Lawrence.
Yeah, there's a lot to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
If you don't change that fucking picture.
I was just gonna say I like that.
Did you just start wearing the mask on the stream, right?
Yeah, this is the better version of Greg.
Well, I was actually auditioning to take Excalibur's job from AEW with that mask. So.
Oh. Someone should.
I just love the face you're making. Like it just sums up your day. Like you just had enough, and you're just like, fuck it.
It's great.
I mean, I
On the
posed
job.
It couldn't have been that bad of a day. I posed for the picture.
You were so young looking back then.
I'll tell you exactly what that picture looks like. That picture looks like somebody just kept bothering me. Like, come on, man, just put on the mask. Just put on the mask. Come on, man. And then finally, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Fine. I'll put on the mask.
Next, I want
snap the photo.
Next, I want to see you dressed in that cowboy outfit Sammy Sosa was in.
Only he could pull that off, right, Corey?
Yeah. Wrinkly Meg Foster runs it for you. Yeah. I could see that, I guess. So you guys got all your stuff bought for the $20 challenge?
I have bought everything for the $20 challenge. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I still got some shopping to do, but I already know what I'm going to get. I already got one that's going to balance me out to $20.
I was going to say, if you go out and you buy one $20 movie.
No, I mean, that's not as bad as you. You did one $10 movie. That's half the challenge.
I got 3 movies.
Okay.
You know what's crazy? All of mine are DVD.
No Blu-ray this time with vinyl records.
No. They're just all DVD.
Limited edition box art.
We'll find out in about 24 hours, right? Less than that.
You're going to win, Corey. Everything you do is gold.
Don't know about
You can do no wrong, Corey.
I'll say this. I'll say the one I picked up for $10 is definitely a gem. The other 2 are probably worth about what I paid for them. I'll say one. I actually like one of them quite a bit, so it was definitely worth the cost to me. But
Greg did better than me though, Lawrence, because one of mine is $15. So,
all right, I see how we're doing it. We have to go to like every dive and find like $1 movies, $5 movies. I thought that was the whole point of
I
it.
tried. I'm trying
It's
to find
not
it
easy.
here.
I'll tell you what was interesting is I was at Dollar Tree today. I actually picked up a couple things I'm gonna unveil on the hidden gems thing. Just 3 small little items, but it'll be a quick episode. But I was looking around for DVDs in there because I remember you said that they have DVDs. So I found an associate. I was like, hey, where are your DVDs at? I was like, I can't find them anywhere. And she walks me down an aisle, like the electronics aisle, and she's like, well, there's one. And I'm like, is that it?
Yeah, sometimes those get picked over quick.
She's like, well, they'd be up front if we had any. I'm like, okay. I looked at the movie they had, and I don't remember what the hell it was. And I was like, I'm not even paying $1 for this.
I'll try to remember to clue you in whenever they're getting ready to drop them. So.
Oh, I think they get trucks on. Oh, I think they get trucks on Tuesday. So.
Hey, check out gas stations. They have some of those like super low budget horror films that are made like not even for TV, but for I don't know what they're for. They have like the 2 sides, like side A and side B. You know what I'm talking about, like those old school DVDs. And sometimes you'll find some rare ones.
You guys are weird down there because there's really no like media stores that
I know it sucks. It's because of all the pawn shops, man.
Yeah. I just found a new one up here the other day, but they were closed. I'm gonna try to hit them up one day and see what they got. But
yeah, like, is the book broker still open there?
Yeah.
Really? Man, I can't believe that.
Yep, I need to hit them up too. I ain't been in there for a while.
All right, fellas. Well, I'm gonna have to get out of here, man. It's almost 1. I still got some stuff to take care of before I head to bed. So
yeah, I gotta get my list ready for tomorrow.
Me too.
Day.
I'm gonna revise mine before we go live tomorrow.
So apparently I had the worst list last time, so hopefully I do better this week.
Well, Lawrence, before we head out of here, I want your thoughts on the movie.
Go ahead.
I want your thoughts. Why are you telling me to go?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were okay. So the movie was, like I said, it was good, but you could tell it was made for TV. I don't see how it came out in theaters and people were cheering and laughing. It's like by today's standards, it's kind of funny to watch, but I just didn't have enough Freddy, man. That's what I thought. I felt like we had to wait till like the final 15 seconds to get like, a lot of Freddy, and I honestly don't even remember the movie because I just watched it.
Well, that's not a good sign. I agree with you though. Not enough Freddy, but
it was okay.
But you can't oversaturate the Freddy too, because then it kind of kills.
Well, the first one had the perfect blend of, I don't know. What'd you think?
I think only thing I think is like you said. I think maybe a little more Freddy, maybe a little more character engagement with someone other than the chick who played Nancy, and just the pacing. It's a slow burn with a good payoff. That's what I would say.
Jess, what's your thoughts?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
It's for the fans. It's what I think I needed at the time. I liked it. And I was only 13 and I got it. So, I mean, it's not the best Nightmare on Elm Street and it's not the worst.
Oh, shoot. There's worse.
Which one would you say is the worst?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
And this is not, because I don't think the remake exists, but my least favorite, and I still love it, is Part 5, The Dream Child.
I forgot all about that one, honestly.
I think it's the weakest, but I still like it.
Cool. Well, all right. I guess we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Just want to thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for joining us, Jess. Thanks for coming in also.
Thank you guys very much for having me.
Oh,
Corey,
no
did
problem.
you say what you...
Yeah, it's been a while since I watched it. I didn't watch it with these guys tonight.
Okay.
So I'm going to revisit it again. Like I said, I think I'm going to run through all of them in October and and watch it then.
I'm anxious to hear your thoughts. Sorry.
Yeah, real quick, I did want to re-mention, just cheap plug here.
Go for it.
Tuesday, July 6th, 8 p.m. Central, we'll have a new episode of East of the Rockies with Rachel Murphy. She's a spirit medium that specializes in Ouija board seances. And we just locked down our next guest for that show of 2 weeks following. We'll have David Lavelle, I think is his name, but he runs a paranormal group out of New Orleans. So we'll be talking about New Orleans spirits and things like that. So
I actually have a little ghost story that a guy showed me a video at work that I'll talk about on tomorrow's episode after we do the list here. I'll tell you all about it and get your opinions on things like that. But I think we're just going to wrap this one up for the evening, gentlemen.
Good night, Jay.
Yeah, thanks, everyone, for listening. Thanks to all the new subscribers. Check out our Patreon if you want some of the older stuff. You can find it at patreon.com/theslackercast. And just want to say thanks to all our Patreon subscribers out there. So until next time.
Slack off.